the boy accidentally fell into the swimming pool. At that time, there was no one around, and even the lifeguard had left. Soon, the boy sank to the bottom of the pool. Unexpectedly, there was a whale in the pool. With its help, the boy returned to the shore. The boy was still shaken, but he clearly remembered that the whale had saved him. The next day, the boy bought several large fish, intending to repay the whale. When the boy threw the fish into the pool, there was no movement. The next second, the whale returned the fish to the boy. Then, Jesse picked up the fish and demonstrated to the whale how to eat it. However, the whale pouted and shook its body, opening its mouth towards Jesse. Jesse realized that the whale wanted him to feed it. Although his instincts made him afraid, he bravely reached out to feed it. However, the whale behaved very gently, and after eating the fish, it sprayed water to show its happiness. This made Jesse want to muster the courage to reach out and touch it. So, he cautiously approached the whale. However, when he was about to leave, Willie kept following him. At this point, the manager saw Jesse and was very surprised, because the whale had a very bad temper, yet it was so gentle in front of the boy. So Jesse became the whale trainer, and he also learned that the whale was called Willie. After they became familiar with each other, Jesse would even ride on Willie and play together, and he was no longer afraid to put his hand in Willie's mouth, until one day the owner saw all this, and he decided not to sell the whale. So he arranged a performance for the whale. But on the day of the performance, the children's voices made Willie uneasy. It trembled with fear. Willie refused to participate in the performance. It even hit the glass, scaring away all the audience. Now the owner was very angry. That night, Jesse was disappointed with Willie's performance. He complained about Willie's miserable situation. When Jesse turned to leave, Willie suddenly let out a series of mournful cries. Jesse felt something was wrong, so he climbed up the tower. It turned out that Willie was calling out to its family outside. Jesse was deeply moved. Suddenly, sparks burst out in the pool. Jesse went to investigate. The boss ordered his men to sabotage the water tank. He wanted to kill Willie to collect the insurance money. To save Willie, Jesse and the zookeeper decided to return him to the ocean. They hoisted Willie up and loaded him into a pickup truck. Then they drove to the coast. The driver backed the truck into the sea. Willie then swam smoothly into the ocean. As everyone cheered, the boss and his men arrived. He sent out fishing boats and set up nets at the river mouth, trying to capture Willie. At this critical moment, Jesse stepped forward. He guided Willie towards the seawall. The two said goodbye there. With Jesse's encouragement, Willie used all his strength to leap out of the water. It flew over Jesse's head and jumped into the ocean. Willie was finally free. But if you want to see more, this movie is called Free Willy.